What's happening, people? It's the homie Smitster 400, one half of Straight Off the Ave. Shout out to my co-host, Mr. Dubbins, and this is Smitster Reacts. Gotta give a shout out to the subscribers. Welcome back. Appreciate y'all, man. Hey, yo, and if you made it to this video, go ahead, give us a like and subscribe. You feel me? Join the fam. Check it out, bro. You know Big Gene is back in these streets, man. Diddy got raided, and you know Big Gene is back in these streets. You know he's back on art. You know he either gonna go there or Cam Capone. Cause that's where the, you know what I'm saying, that's where it's gonna get out there. That's who's probably cutting him the check, you feel me? That he need and he F with. And it salutes the Big G, man. Salutes the Big Gene, salutes the art, salutes the Cam, everywhere he go, you know. But he's back, man, and we gonna react to this straight off top, man. Let's get right into this. Let's get it.
Gene deal. We got to get right into it, man. Diddy, his house got raided. How you feel about that?
Well, I think that the authorities came up with enough evidence to go into a judge by using the civil cases that has came upon him. So because they used the civil cases and found that there was some criminal activity that may have been found at some one of those people who, like Cassie, Jonathan Odie didn't have a civil case against him, but Cassie, Jonathan Odie, and Lil Rob, they used the evidence that they had or the statements they made and convinced the judge that there was enough probable cause to go in there with a search warrant. But the way they did the search warrant and how they did it, man, I thought he was El Chapo or somebody. You know, they took a tactical team in there, brother. They had tactical units. You understand? And
in my opinion, that was a bit, look, a bit. That was way too much firepower for little old Diddy. Like, what Diddy got that we don't know he got? Like, I know they said he had armed security, but like, armed security not finna have what y'all got. Like, y'all got military grade weapons. Y'all coming in there with the you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like, that was a bit much. I can agree with that.
it was for allegedly a sex crime. But they took, yo, my man, did you see the artillery?
Artillery.
And the way the Homeland Security came in there? My man, you would have swore, you know, it was going to be some gun violence up in there, how they came to it. So my feeling of it is that enough statements have been made that they could probably prove. They did enough investigation. See, people think that when the federal government go in there on you, the reason they got a 99% conviction rate because most people say, they got me. They don't go to court with them. So for them to have a team in New York, because they didn't really mention too much about New York. They had property in New York, property in Miami, and a property in LA, all simultaneously hit. Those different agencies had to get together, plan that, and that's not no bull. You know, that's a lot of manpower, a lot of money. So they want to know how they spent the taxpayer. The taxpayer's gonna know why you spending my money on this to come up with nothing. So you best believe they had something in the first place to go up in there, either through, like I said before, wiretaps. You understand? Because if they convinced the judge that they need a warrant, they had wiretaps, surveillance, and different things that was going on. And then, like, it's a lot of crazy statements that have been made. And you got to look at that interview that Jonathan Odie did, bruh. You know what I'm saying? That was probably more damaging than Cassie. And that was more damaging than Cassie, because check this out. He said Diddy was transporting liquid cocaine on his private jets. Now, The DEA wasn't involved in this. It was the FBI and the Homeland Security, basically. That's because of the sex trafficking thing. But if they find any of that stuff in any one of his houses, there's a problem. Even if they find illegal guns, the constitutional right goes the right to bear arms, but he had to have licenses for that. So if anybody got illegal guns up in there, if they find any kind of drugs to a high amount, cocaine and weed, I don't think Diddy gonna get charged because what he did, he put everything in his kid's name and his
Wow.
company.
Did you see the video of his kids in handcuffs?
Yeah, that's a tactical thing. The kids being in handcuffs is a tactical thing that law enforcement use, you understand, hoping that people who've never been in handcuffs before, that it either scares them or want to make them talk. There's no reason after they searched those kids, because they didn't have a search warrant for bodies. They had a search warrant for like materials, laptops, telephones, logs, pictures, tapes. You know, that's what they search warrant is for. They didn't have a search warrant for bodies. So those kids, when they came out, they should have searched them. And then, listen, y'all sit down right there. That was a tactical move to get them to talk and to scare them into saying something, by keeping them handcuffed like that. They didn't have to do those kids like that. None of those kids have, that I know of, criminal cases against them or known for criminal activity. So there was no reason for them to do that. If them was the damn Rockefellers or somebody else, they wouldn't have had their kids handcuffed like that. But you got to realize their father has painted a crazy picture to the authorities. You understand? It's a crazy picture, and people don't realize this, brother. First and foremost, Puff has been dodging the legal system for years. His affiliation with BMF, even though Meech has said that Puff never did anything, Puff never been around her, they still was partying together. So in the authorities' mind, they feel like Puff knew what Meech was doing. Then with the introduction to Jacob and different people, and a lot of people going to jail for money laundering and stuff like that, Puff being, and this is documented, Puff being a CI for an FBI agent. I said this years ago, that him and Kirk Burroughs took some paperwork. They was taking some papers up to the FBI, so like when they was here in New York. They was taking paperwork up there and stuff like that. Don't know what it was.
Check it. Kanye said straight up that Diddy was an agent. He said Meek is an agent. He said all these cats is agents. That's interesting to note. That's interesting to note, Big Gene. Crazy.
But later on found out that he was a CI. You understand? Now, what happens? He don't have that. The guy probably, that was 20, 30 years, 20-some years ago. The guy probably retired. Puff ain't dealing with him. No, he didn't pass Puff on or something like that. So now, Puff been dodging the legal system. With the people had it wrong. They think it was with the Black Mafia family. No, it was with Butt Naked. I said this years ago. The person that he said is his senior advisor, Corey Jacobs. Corey had 9 16-to-life sentences for drug trafficking. You make him your senior advisor, even though that was your man, he coming home. That's your man, pots and pans. But Wolf was the one who took care of them when they was away. You know what I'm saying? Wolf was the one who took care of them. So now, You got all these, these characters, around you. What they gonna think when they come to your house? They got the evidence, or they had statements that you blew up Kid Cudi's car. You understand what I'm saying? They have statements that, you may have been affiliated with people being shot. So they come to your house like this. They treat your kids like this based on the picture you have played to the authorities. So them having his kids like that, I think that was wrong. After they searched those kids, make sure they didn't have no weapons on them, sit them down on the ground, make them feel comfortable, because at this time, they're not criminals. They haven't committed any crimes.
I see. Speaking of drugs, right? Because you made a comment about it earlier. How you feel about Diddy's drug mule getting arrested?
The news about them arresting the mule, now they're gonna have to prove that. Now, if that guy becomes a witness, and if they can track anything back to Puff with that, that's gonna be one of their star witnesses.
Damn.
Because see, they will give him leniency. They were like, yo, listen, man, hey, buddy, listen here. We don't really want you. We know you was just doing this to, you were doing this to take care of your family, feed your moms. You know what I'm saying? Pay your rent. We
Yeah,
know
now,
that. This guy's living out in his mansion, using you. Then that guy becomes a star witness.
mm-hmm. That's a very, very interesting angle. You know what I'm saying? A very interesting angle. You know what I mean? Because that would make sense. But the whole thing about, look, when they showed up to his spot, they had the racketacks out. You know what I'm saying? When you think about the things that he was charged, you know what I'm saying, or like, not charged, but alleged to have done, right? Um, I don't know. It is low key kind of like mafioso. You feel me? Like you blowing up cars, you having people shot allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Trafficking people. You got liquid liquid drugs flying them in and out. You know what I'm saying? Like you got ladies holding a pistol into the club allegedly. You low key like they came like he was John Gotti or somebody. So on that, you know what I mean? It is a little bit excessive, but when you look at what was actually on the paperwork and the things he's alleged to have done, it's like you may not know what he could be capable of. You feel what I'm saying? And he got money. You know what I mean? But I do agree. Once they had everything straight with the kids, they should have sat him down. You feel what I'm saying? And just detained him a little bit. You know what I mean? Without the cuffs, because that was definitely a tactic to be like, yo, we gonna throw the cuffs on them. They finna talk. They finna run their mouths. You feel what I'm saying? But definitely a crazy situation. Um, Always innocent until proven guilty, they say, right? But all I can say is there's a lot of smoke. Okay, it's a whole lot of smoke. They say where there's smoke, there's fire. It's a whole lot of smoke. But we gonna see. You know what I'm saying? We gonna see at the end of the day, you know. But this is crazy. We gonna keep reporting it. You know what I mean? I ain't on this side or that side. I'm just gonna keep reporting it. If you made it to this point in the video, man, go ahead, give us a like and subscribe. New content every day. Shout out to the subscribers. Merch. It's my look, man. Green screen's tripping. My shirt, you feel what I'm saying? My brand, Loco, Law Swords and Co. We got the merch for the straight off the Ave, you know what I'm saying? We got the logo on the hoodies and the shirts, you feel me? And we got a plethora of shirts. We got some more stuff coming, but for right now, man, there's hella stuff on the store. We got hats. Check it out, man. Link in description. lawswordsandco.com. You feel me? And Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. This is the this is the homie Smitster 400. Smitster Reacts signing off. Owie.